We knew Storm Eleanor was coming, but she slammed ashore with such ferocity she still took some by surprise. Dozens of cars were abandoned in Galway as floodwaters rose. This driver preferred to pretend it just wasn't happening, as the winds and rain left the city centre submerged, homes and businesses battered, and 50,000 hit by a power cut. Northern Ireland was next in line.
We heard a massive wind, then a crash. We looked out the front, but didn't look out this end, and it was only when our neighbour alerted us that we discovered the tree and the wall had fallen.
Ferries across the Irish Sea were cancelled, leaving passengers stranded.
Nobody knew exactly what was going on, and then about an hour and a half afterwards, they came out and said there was no ferries crossing. They offered us one for tonight, but the weather over here is getting worse, so they say tonight's one might not go.
In England too, there was travel misery, this fallen tree blocking the M25. And as businesses prepared to open in Birmingham, a felt roof was ripped off this row of shops.
It was about 6:30 in the morning. It's not as busy as it normally is in the afternoon, so we're happy there wasn't any fatalities.
The gusts died down inland, but coastal areas were still exposed. This was Rhyl in North Wales.
The worst of the storm officially passed through hours ago, but the winds are still incredibly strong. And now it's high tide, so you can see why there are flood alerts up and down this coastline.
They escaped damage here, but hundreds of miles away in Guernsey, residents had woken to find their houses surrounded by water. New modes of transport required.
The whole area was surrounded and flooded, and we just couldn't get out of the house, couldn't get the cars up the driveway, and it was just like a river running past. So we just panicked, thinking that the water was going to get in, and then realised that the water had got in and had got into a back room, and the whole of the room was flooded.
The tail end of Eleanor is still being felt, but the eye of this storm is now in the North Sea. And after the winds, there'll be a cold snap next. Tessa Chapman, 5 News.